Well, let's put a little trade on, shall we? Last one of the week.
Wait. Matron, take them away. Oh.
And a warm welcome to one and all. If this is your first time here, big fella, that is the Scruffy Trader. And talking of scruffs, there's one walking right behind me.
Yeah, I'm not a scruff.
Yeah, you are.
No.
Well, I hope you are. Well, dirty anyway. Say. Right. These videos are never scripted, ever. You know, coffee with Scruff, I might have an idea and I'll just sort of chunter on. But when I'm doing trading, it is in the moment, live, and there's not really a lot more I can do with that, because when I switch the charts on, what you see is what I see. Now, I do try and give a heads up of what I'm doing to the Scruffy Squad, and if you're unfamiliar with what that is, it's a small group of us that talk every day in Discord. I'll tell them the trades I'm going to take before I take them, and if they want to use it, great, but I also let them have access to the tools that I use as well. Anyway, cut long story short, one of the Plus members asked me to do euro dollar, and I always feel honor bound to do it. So let me flick this over and I shall show you. Now, if I whip this down, just in case you haven't seen it before, and for those who do follow us, you'll know what this is. Now, in Rogue Plus, that is there, is the request, and it's done there by Holiday Golf. Two of my favourite things. Fantastic. I do like a game of golf, and I do love my holidays. Now, the euro at this moment in time is quite a difficult market to trade, and I'll show you for why. Because if we take this right out to the daily, all right, you can kind of see it's on a downward trend, but it is having decent pullbacks with it. And you can think to yourself, it's the normal chart, but it's not a normal chart. Because if we take this out to a monthly, this is in scary, scary territory. Why? Well, if you look at where the price is today, here, the last time it was there is all the way back here. 20 years ago was the last time it was here. Now, it can, and as you can see from the last time it did this thumper here, get all the way down to here. All right, so this is pretty scary. Now, if you drop this into a weekly, that paints a different picture altogether to what is going on. This is dominantly down, regardless. Even these pullbacks are incredibly shallow. All right, so you can't really trust them. But as day traders, we have to be a bit careful, because you can catch the pulse up if you're only sort of looking to be in and out quick, you know, because the major move is obviously down. We can see that. However, there are pulses within it. But my theory on the euro at this moment in time, until I kind of see something different, I'll just be selling it, but I'll be selling it high. And I will, from time to time, if I see a decent setup, maybe get in and out quick for 5-10 pips upside, but downside, I'll let the target run a little bit because the wind is in my sails. Now, when I'm looking at this, now this is on a 4 hour. That's what I would call a dirty chart, because there's a lot of green, there's a lot of red, it's a lot of chop. but it's sort of trying to find its feet. But if I look at it with a sensible head on, what I see there is a range, and it's at the top of that range. Okay, you can see that here. All right, now we can scream up, but I have a trading arena here. Okay, drop this down into an hourly. Now, the hourly is the anchor that I look at, and an anchor or a prime chart, whichever you want to call it, it's the chart where it'll focus your attention, where you'll get your ideas from. Okay, well, my overall view is down from the high time frames, and I do recommend that you look at high time frames. So what have I done here? Well, I've essentially trapped the price between this level and this level. You know, solid support and resistance. Very, very simple stuff. So I know it's here. I also know that it's going to hit one of these two red markers. Okay. So if that's the case, I just need reasons to get in. Well, another reason is, well, that's a straight move up. It can't sustain. There has to be a pressure release. And a pressure release can come back quite a way. Certainly into the 50-61 on a fib. All right. So that's got a decent way to come down. And what's in the way of that move down? Well, these little roadblocks that I've put in place. Then we have some intermediate levels that I can use as well as sort of entry exit points. Okay. So you have strong levels to contain the price. You have intermediate levels that can give you triggers. And then you just map out a single idea and stick with it. Now, what I'm doing with this is I'm wanting the price to stay within here. I'm happy to average up to about here. If it breaks this level, that's it. It's game over. I'm finished. And, well, I'll just manage my way out of it. But in the process of moving up there, I'm quite happy to average into the price. Trade management is one of your keys. And if you get that right, it'll make you money. Now, this is something I go through the Scruffy Squad all the time, because your system is not your money maker. It's how you manage the chart itself. So that is getting your levels right, getting your direction right, knowing where your entry is, knowing where your exit is, knowing how much this thing is going to cost. If you have all of these variables in place before you press the button, the edge is on your side. Simple stuff, guys. Simple stuff. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play this out because a couple of the orders have triggered in, and we're looking to get sort of certainly down onto this blue line, hopefully into the red one. Okay, and that should generate a few quid. Now, I don't need to do a lot because I've had some stonking days. That was yesterday. My week is over. I'm doing this just to help the guys in the squad. So catch you soon. Okay, guys, I'm back. It's just triggered in, so quite happy. Why? Well, because it's been a long old day today. I had loads to do with this squad, which is kind of why I kind of disappeared for a little bit, but just left this running in the background. As you can see, it is swamped down. If I just move this out slightly, you can see the premise of what I was doing. There's the drive poked above there, which is why I said I'd average up to this level up here, just to allow it to breathe. And then it's slammed down, and it's kind of stalled roughly at one of the junction points that I put in. Job's done. How well is it done? I don't think that's a bad day's waiting, because that's all I've done. I've just waited all day for that, you know. All right, took a bit of time to get going a bit, but ultimately patience paid off. And not only did it pay off, it's paid for next week. I don't need to work next week now, so I've had a colossal week this week. And what I'll say is, the way that I trade doesn't really matter about your time zone, because what we're trying to do for the chart is go from a zone to a zone. If you're in New York, doesn't matter whether I'm in the UK, and if you're in Australia, it doesn't matter either. The only difference is how long it takes to get there, because certain sessions are slower than others. So there it is. So it was just backing up something that I did this morning. It's been a busy old day. If you bear with me, you should be able to see some of the chitty chat that we've been up to. Let's have a look. Where are we at? So we've been enjoying ourselves, but we've been walking our way through these charts today. So I am happy. Got a bunch of messages there that I need to answer again, but we're getting there. And the community itself is doing really well. In fact, has any of the guys put anything in? Rags and Riches. There we are. Finney's got some in. Steph. Yanis. Even Butter. Let's put some in. Yanis again. Bobalicious. Rocking and rolling. They're doing well. Very proud of all the guys in the group. So keep trucking. And keep your questions coming. And I'll keep trying to keep you on the right track. So as always, guys, trade well, keep your risk managed, but above all, do what you love, and the money will follow. See you all in the next one.